Hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome to today's stream. Today we have Portugal versus Congo DR. In other words, you can call them the Democratic Republic of Congo. It's going to be an extraordinary day today. Part of me believes that Portugal is going to have an easy feast, an easy game today. But you never know. Predictions in these games can be very, very difficult. And obviously, sometimes when you make some predictions, they don't come to pass. And then you have the Portuguese national anthem, Ronaldo Silva, Vitinha, João Neves. And obviously, these are the good players that we saw play in the Champions League. Good players. Roberto Martinez as the coach of the Portuguese national team. João Cancelo, Nuno Mendes, Pedro Neto, Bruno Fernandes. You have Samando. All these extraordinary players, they play for Portugal. And I'm going to be very honest with you, this team, to me, is one of the favorites to win this tournament. And obviously now we have a tribute to Diogo, the Liverpool player, Diogo Jota, who passed away tragically in a car accident. May his soul rest in peace. He was an extraordinary player that when he played for Liverpool, there was always a chance that he could manufacture something out of nothing. Then you have the national anthem of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Good players, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Then you have Johan Wissa, who plays for Newcastle. He came from Brentford. And obviously, his time in Newcastle has not been as productive as his time in Brentford was. And some Newcastle fans have been asking questions on if they made the right choice. Twanzebe, Bakambu. Extraordinary players that, to me, when they qualified for this tournament, there was lots of skepticism to see how far they could go. And obviously, it was a very bitter situation between Nigeria and the Democratic Republic of Congo. And I know lots of Nigerian fans are still not happy with the way the Democratic Republic of Congo are the ones that actually qualified. We heard in the news that the Nigerian Football Association wanted to challenge the qualification of the Democratic Republic of Congo because they alleged that they fielded players that were not qualified to play in the qualifications. And obviously, FIFA threw out the lawsuit. FIFA believe that the Democratic Republic of Congo have all the right to play in the tournament. And obviously, we're going to see today to see if they really deserve. I wouldn't say deserve. They deserve to be here. Or do they belong on this stage? Well, we'll find out. And obviously, you can see the lineup of the two teams. And these are the referees. And these are the people involved. We have Kamis Almari from Qatar. We have Juan Soto from Venezuela. And you have Inan Mastrezelo from Argentina. The stadium is lively from where I can see. And there you have the Portuguese lineup. 4-2-3-1, Nuno Mendes, Renato Veiga, Thomas Araujo, Raul Cancelo, Vitinha, Raul Neves, Pedro Neto, Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, Cristiano Ronaldo. Then you have 4-2-3-1, a lineup. And obviously Cristiano Ronaldo. And then you have the Congo, you have Masuaku, Kapuadu, Alex Twanzebe, Mbemba, Haron Wan-Bissaka, Edo Kaim, Samuel Matusame, Mukau, Yuan Wisa, and Cedric Bakambu. These are players that line up in 5-3-2. And you can see these guys are not afraid to let the opponent or the opposition know exactly how they're going to play. If you look at that formation, you can see that they've obviously come to this game to be very solid at the back. And when you have the likes of Haron Wan-Bissaka playing at your defense, you know what you're going to get. Roberto Martinez, that's the head coach of Portugal. And then you have Sebastian de Sabre as the head coach of the Democratic Republic of Congo. When Roberto Martinez got the job for the Portuguese national team, there was a lot of doubt on how he was going to be able to cope in the dressing room, just because of the numbers of elite players in the dressing room. You have Ronaldo, you have Bruno Fernandes, you have Bernardo Silva. There was criticism to see if he could manage such a huge stars in his team. Renato Veiga, the Portuguese, are straightforward in action. Renato Veiga. And obviously you can see exactly what the Democratic Republic of Congo have come here to do. Just like the teams we've seen in this tournament. They are not interested in having the ball. Nothing of that fence is interesting to them. They want to be solid at the back. They want to prevent the Portuguese from having any meaningful possession in dangerous areas. And we'll see exactly how the Portuguese are going to do this. But I still believe that the Portuguese are going to win today comfortably. But we don't know when or how much. And I understand some of you might say I'm being too biased and I'm supporting Portugal. No, I'm not supporting Portugal. I'm just trying to say exactly what I think is going to happen. Ronaldo. and the Clark, Renato Vega, Nando Mendes, and the cross into the box, intercepted. And you had Wisa, who is the striker of Congo Doctor, the Democratic Republic of Congo. If you look at the formation they have right now, they're playing 5-3-2. And Bernardo Silva, Vitinha, Raul Cancelo, Nuno Mendes. Oh, and still the Portuguese are closing on the Democratic Republic of Congo little by little. And Raul Cancelo, oh no, that's a foul. And obviously today we're going to see what the Congo Doctor are made of. And now let's see how they progress the ball. And obviously this is not a rocket science. You can clearly see how the Africans are willing to progress the ball. They're going to use 3 center backs to progress the ball high up the pitch. Oh, Ronaldo into the box. Can he do his magic again? This man has been playing for so long. And it seems as if age is just a number to Cristiano Ronaldo. When you're talking about an elite athlete, Ronaldo is one of them. I was listening to Patrice Evra, who was the teammate of Cristiano Ronaldo when he was in Manchester United. He was talking about the discipline of Cristiano Ronaldo and the competitive spirit that he has. He has a very strict diet. And obviously, if you've seen Cristiano Ronaldo, you know that he's very, very fit. And the ball was intercepted. Oh no. He's a very, very fit player. And obviously, that has been responsible for how he's been in the game this long. He's literally been playing for so many years. I remember in the early 2000s when he first came into limelight. Until now, he's still going strong. Vitinha. And this is exactly what oh no, that's a goal. That's a goal. Oh no. That is an extraordinary goal. I told you something. It's just a matter of when. It is just a matter of when. And obviously the Portuguese have made it so easy today. They've made it easy today. I'm going to tell you the truth, folks. I think today's probably going to be a massacre. I'm sorry. If you support Dr. Congo, I'm sorry, but I'm just being very straightforward. Today's going to be a massacre. And there you have Aho Neves, who plays for Paris Saint-Germain, the Champions League winner. And obviously this man is a very good midfielder. When he came from Benfica, lots of clubs were looking at him to get him. And ever since then, he's not disappointed his employers. Lots of teams were wanting to get him. And you can see the goal is called. It's called a goal with his head. And this man is not even 5'11". I don't think so. And look at the kind of goal he's called from that distance. Can we blame the keeper? Maybe. The positioning of the keeper was not the best. But also, why would you give Yahoo Nevers that kind of space in the box? Looks as if he had lots of space. There was no player from Congo that was there to challenge him. That was a free header in the box. That is absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry. And obviously, before this game, I believe the Portuguese have done their assignment. The Portuguese, they played Nigeria in an exhibition game. And obviously, that was not a random exhibition match. They knew exactly that Nigeria was the one who played, who was meant to qualify for this World Cup, but Dr. Congo qualified instead of Nigeria. And so they obviously have to play Nigeria to see exactly how to go against, how to play against the Democratic Republic of Congo. And as you can see from the first 8 minutes of the game, the Portuguese have stamped their foot on the ground. They've made their dominance known to the Democratic Republic of Congo players. My prediction today is that the Congo players, the Congo national team, will probably not score a goal. I'm sorry, I'm being too blunt. But that's what I think I've seen. Watching these two teams over time, I can tell you what to expect. Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes is another person that has defied the challenges of life. He was known to have lots of injury. His career was dominated by injury at some point. But for some reason, which I don't understand, Luis Enrique has been able to do his magic on him as well. So I was talking to you about Ousmane Dembele yesterday. Ousmane Dembele too was a player his career was dominated by injury. When he was in Borussia Dortmund, when he was in Barcelona, he was a good player, but his career was dominated by injury. And they cross into the box. The Congo players are trying to respond. And it's a job. Oh no, that's just a little bit wide. Johan Wissa, the Newcastle players. And obviously, as you can see, the fans of the Democratic Republic of Congo, they are a bit excited about what they saw just now. But that's not enough. Johan Wissa, when his friend Brian Mbuemo left for Manchester United, I think Johan Wissa was determined to leave Brentford as well. You have a good friend who you've been playing together for years, and all of a sudden the friend wants to leave. Sometimes you feel like you want to leave as well. Probably that's what happened to Johan Wissa. And he's in Newcastle now. But obviously the transfer has not been as productive as we expected it to be. Renato Vega. And then you have Bernardo Silva, who has been coached and coached by Pep Guardiola. The Portuguese are trying to stretch the field. They're trying to stretch the Congo players. And obviously, you can see what the Democratic Republic of Congo they're trying to do. They're playing with five defenders, and so they're trying to be very compact. Cristiano Ronaldo is talking with the referee as the captain because obviously one of his teammates has got a caution. And then you have Kayembe, who was a player who was on the floor. Oh, that's not good. Oh, no, that's not good. That deserves a caution. And now Bernardo Silva has received a yellow card. So he has to be very careful now for the rest of the game. I don't think he's going to have a problem because the opposition are not threatening the Portuguese. They're not, I don't think they're really a threat. So there's no need for Bernardo Silva to be, oh, can this be a goal? Johan Wieser. Oh, Bakambu. Oh, that was a quick feat. Oh, that's extraordinary. I nervously tried to strike the ball to see if he could catch the goalkeeper, unawares. Well, there was a defender on the way who deflected the ball for a corner kick. And then you have Capuadu, who is the defender. We can see for the Democratic Republic of Congo is 6 feet 5. So this is the best place to see him use his height. That's a good recovery from Yuan Wisa. I tell you what, the Congo people, they're not laying on the floor. They're trying to respond. Like I told you before, you never know what's going to happen in soccer. We've had lots of surprises over the years in the game. Surprises that we never believed could happen. When Leicester United in England, when they won the Premier League in, I think, 2014 or 13, it was a surprise to everybody. No one believed that Leicester could win the Premiership, but indeed, when Nigeria won the Olympic in 1994, I think it was 1994, nobody expected that to happen. When they defeated Brazil, and I think they defeated Argentina, nobody expected that. So there's always surprises in the game. When Morocco got to the semi-final of the World Cup, nobody really expected that. And the Portuguese are toiling with the opponent right now because obviously the Congo, they're not willing to press. So the Portuguese are trying to make life difficult for them. If you won't come and press, they will toil with you. Oh, that's a good one. 1-2. Ronaldo. That's an heavy touch. Then you have a drawing. That was a very good play between Cristiano and who was there? The Bruno Fernandes. And Raul Cancelo crosses into the box. It's another cross. Intercepted. Masuaku. and the Congo can break. Obviously, the Congo are doing everything possible to make sure that they keep this game alive. They're trying to show that they still have life in them and they can sting. Oh no, that's a good ball. And you know Mendes is off. Can this be a goal? Oh no. Another chance. Wow. That's a good ball by Bruno Fernandes. And obviously, how is it possible for Nuno Mendes to run through the defense, through almost four people, just like that? Wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That's exactly why we call him the Spider. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. If there is one thing that we know Wan-Bissaka for, is his technique in slide tackles. In fact, that's the reason why his services was needed in Manchester United from Crystal Palace. He was known for his elite technique in slide tackles. The Spider. No Mendes. Ronaldo. Renato Vega. And then obviously you have João. There's always constant changes between João Neves and Vitinha on who to progress the ball from the defense. And obviously you have lots of players in that midfield who could do it. Lots of players who could do it. You have Bruno Fernandes who could do it. You have João Neves who could do it. You have Bernardo Silva who could do it. Lots of players. In fact, I believe that this team could be the favorites to win the competition. They have such good players that it's very difficult for you to count them out. I'll say that they're not a favorite. João Neves, and now we're in the 20th minute of the game. Portugal 1, the Democratic Republic of Congo 0. And obviously, I don't have the starts on the screen now. I'm still working little by little to have them automatically. So I think that's the last thing. And then my screen will be ready. I just have to have the match statistics on the screen. And then everything is good. And obviously, when the World Cup is over, we're going to be doing watch along for the Premier League, for La Liga, for MLS, as much as we can. And I will be also bringing soccer news to you, breaking news. I want us to create a community where we can have not just talk about soccer, but also we can have a sense of belonging. We can see ourselves as families, even though we don't see each other physically. But whenever we come online to talk soccer, we help each other to recover from the challenges of life that we've been facing. That's how it should be. And then the Portuguese trying to control the ball. And obviously you can see Ronaldo. Ronaldo is trying to get involved in the build-up a lot more these days. When he came back to the Premier League from Real Madrid, obviously there was questions on how Ronaldo just wanted to stay up front without coming to help, without going back to defend. And lots of soccer pundits, soccer players, soccer fans, they were not happy with how Ronaldo was carrying himself as the star of the team and was not willing to defend, was not willing to track back, was not willing to run. And that ultimately led to his departure from the Premier League the second time. But obviously, ever since then, you can see that Ronaldo has been trying to get more involved in the play. It drops from the forward line to the midfield to help to build up and progress the ball. Sort of like acting like a false nine, which is extraordinary. And there you go. Cristiano Ronaldo. A man who, till today, there's still lots of debate between Ronaldo fans and Messi fans. I don't think that debate is ever going to end. Some folks believe that Ronaldo is the GOAT, and some believe that Messi is the GOAT. And obviously, we saw what happened yesterday. I think Messi scored an hat-trick against Algeria. And then today, I'm sure Ronaldo will be looking forward to respond to the performance of Messi yesterday. So we're going to have another competition in this World Cup between Ronaldo fans and Messi fans. For me, I'm a Ronaldo fan. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. Messi is a good player. I must be honest with you. Messi is, to me, one of the best players I've ever seen. Because the way he plays just feels more natural. He's talented. He's talented. And obviously, you can see that lots of debate was still, that debate is never going to stop. It's going to be constant conversations on who is the best, Ronaldo or Messi. For me, I'm Team Ronaldo. I remember in the early 2000s, around 2008. Oh man, it was wonderful to watch the Champions League. The goals that these players were responsible for was just extraordinary. Ronaldo, Messi, it was competition every game. And when Real Madrid and Barcelona was going to play, that it even makes it even more entertaining. We're always looking forward to the game. And then they have an hydration break, which is good for them. Drink something, keeps you cool. Obviously, because there's warm weather now. It's boiling outside. I don't know where you're watching us from, but in North America right now, it's boiling. You have to have your The air conditioner running all day. And now the game has begun again. Congo doctor intercepted. Now the Portuguese have the ball. Diogo Costa. I still don't know the reason why Diogo Costa has not left Porto yet. He was one of those goalkeepers that lots of people wanted to get. And there's always speculations every season to see which team was going to get him. For some strange reasons, it's still in the same club till today. I guess lots of teams are not willing to pay. Oh, and Ronaldo is, who is this? Oh, Ronaldo. Wow, that's a good recovery. That's a good recovery. Pedro Neto tried to cross the ball to the box for Ronaldo to feast on it. But unfortunately, Masauku was there to stop the action. That's a good tackle. That's a good way to stop the ball from Masauku. Mbemba staying close to Ronaldo. And across into the box. Intercepted. And no Mendes. And the Democratic Republic of Congo, can they press and get the ball? We don't know. But they are obviously trying. The Portuguese are playing their possession game, trying to stretch the Democratic Republic of Congo. Although there's a chance. Ronaldo is probably not expecting that ball. If he was expecting that ball, he would probably have made the run a little bit earlier. And now you have Cristiano Ronaldo. This is the 6th FIFA World Cup that he's been involved in. You have Pepe. And then Pepe washing. Pepe is a good player. I hope you remember him. Good players. Pepe and Ramos. I call them the twins of Real Madrid. Johan Wissa, a chance of a cross into the box. Oh no. Is it too late? Wan-Bissaka with a cross into the box. Then you have, oh no, that's a heavy touch. I would, if I was the coach of the Democratic Republic of Congo, I would tell them, especially their wing backs, to be very careful of the wings. Because obviously the players of the Portuguese that you have on the wings, they're very fast. Pedro Neto, if you give him the space, he'll tear you into pieces. You have Pedro Neto on one side, on the same side where you have Nuno Mendes, two speed stars, two people who can run. If you have those as your side backs and winger, the opponent better be careful. Now, oh, that's a collision there. That's a collision between Pedro Neto. Ooh. Oh, and obviously the referee has his card in his hands. He's obviously seeing some foul play there. So the yellow card has been given to the Congolese player. Well, probably that's Mbemba. Denver. There's a collision between Mbemba and Pedro Neto. And obviously, Mbemba has been given a yellow card. Chancel Mbemba. And now he has to be very careful. And this is where a yellow card in the game means a lot. When Bernardo Silva, who got the yellow card the other time, when they got the yellow card, I wasn't too worried for the team because I knew that Congo was not really threatening to score, and they probably would not. And so Ronaldo Silva would not have. Oh, that's a good ball from Congo. Oh no, could it? Wow, that's a very good feat. That's a very good play from the Congolese. Because I was talking to you now that Mbemba has a yellow card. He has to be careful because the Portuguese are going to keep putting pressure on the defense line of the Congolese, and he has to constantly defend for the rest of the game. And if he makes another silly mistake, he'll be sent off. Our game is a little bit quiet. And obviously, it looks like the Congolese are just waiting for the opportunity. Oh, they're trying to press now. They're trying to press. They have to be very careful, though, because when you destroy your formation this way, just because you want to press, that's when the Portuguese might get a hold of you. Obviously, when they lined up in 5-3-2, they were very solid. And the Portuguese were finding it difficult to break them down. But now that the Congolese have actually stopped staying at the back, they want to attack now. And so there's going to be space for the Portuguese to exploit. I think this is a very dangerous approach from the Congolese. Well, we'll see if it works or not. Then the Congolese are trying to use physical strength to see if that could help them. That's a good touch. No Mendes. We're in the 35th minute of the game and still 1-0. And obviously, the game is getting a little exciting now because the Congolese are trying to attack a little more. And that's what we want. We want an attacking game. Oh, oh no. That was close. The formation that the Congolese are using to build up, it's going to be very difficult for them to progress the ball. I have the pitch. Because the formation actually does not have the numbers it needs to progress the ball through the midfield. Most of the Congolese players are staying back. And when you When you play that kind of formation, you might be able to progress the ball from the back to the midfield, but then you don't have lots in front, and the attack breaks them. And so, okay, what they're trying to do is probably build up from the back because they have the numbers. When you have, almost five at the back and you have three in the midfield, it's easier for you to build up from the back if you do it properly, and you can progress the ball to the midfield because you have the numbers as well. But the problem is you now have less number in the front. Although this could be a goal. Mendes. Oh, that's unlucky. I wonder if that was offside though, because Nuno Mendes had lots of yard in front of him. There's lots of space. He sliced the defense like a watermelon. And I was wondering if that was offside or not. It was too easy. Ronaldo blocked. Now, Yon Wista, Akambu, and the Congolese pull up a surprise here. We're yet to know. But obviously, you never know. If I was the coach of the Congolese, I would say that they need to put more ball into the box, because obviously that could help them. Then a little bit that if your team, that's one tactic that could work, even if you're not as good as the opponent. Put the ball in the box. Cross the ball in the box. Soccer is not difficult when you're talking about it. Well, it's easier to talk about it, but when you get on the pitch, it's really, really difficult. But there's some basics in the game that I think everybody knows, and it's very straightforward. If you put the ball in the box, there's a chance you score a goal. If you cross the ball in the box, there's a chance you score a goal. There could be a ricochet. There could be a heavy touch. There could be an opportunity for you to have to pounce on the second ball. Ronaldo trying to beat the offside trap. But the Congolese defender was up to the challenge. And looks like someone is explaining tactics among the spectators now. He's probably saying some things that the coach has not seen. Renato Vega. We can see what the Portuguese are trying to do as well. They know exactly what to do. And that's a direct response to what the Congolese have been doing. They've packed the balls. The Congolese have packed the balls. They've stayed in the middle of the pack. When you play 5-3-2, the opponent, they don't have any other option apart from try overhead passes. Because obviously, if you pass the ball on the ground, there's a chance it's going to be intercepted. So the opportunity that you have is to pull the ball over the players. Sort of like a loop pass. Can Portugal had to their goal before the second half? Let's see. And obviously, you can see the beauty of the Portuguese midfield. They have good players in their midfield. Players who know how to dance on the game, dance on the field, dance on the ball. Players that reminds me of the good old days of soccer. The good old days of Xavi Hernandez, who plays in the midfield of Barcelona and knows how to dance. It reminds me of the good old days of Andreas Iniesta, who plays in the midfield of Barcelona and knows how to dance. And reminds me of the good old days of Modric, the Real Madrid and Croatia veteran who is going to play later today. He knows how to dance as well. And you can see that the Portuguese are still doing the same thing, controlling the game. Oh, they have to be very careful, though. That was a very close call. The Congolese are trying to set traps for the Portuguese to fall into. You never know. The Portuguese might fall into one of those traps, and the game might end up being something no one predicted. The Portuguese have to be very careful about how they play in the midfield. You cannot be overconfident. We understand that you have good players, world-class players, but you cannot be overconfident in the midfield. You have to ensure that you are aware that your opponent is still trying everything possible to get the ball from you. You cannot be overconfident. Well, you can see the structures now. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's unusual from Bernardo Silva. From who was that? Oh, yeah, Bernardo Silva. That's unusual for him to be too relaxed on the ball. It felt as if he was too relaxed on the game, on the ball. And he almost lost the ball. Bernardo Silva. The referee says, no, that's not a foul. You can stand up now. Now, Cancelo. The Congolese have another opportunity to progress the ball. Can they do it? Bakambi is open. Bakambu. Obviously, the Congolese. Oh, it's almost like a ricochet. Oh, no. That's a foul. Oh. Now, Cancelo ended up on the floor. And then you have 4 minutes at a time. Four minutes at a time. And obviously, the 4 minutes is justified because there was not really any delay. The game, there was no delay. There was no time wasting. So I believe 4 minutes is just right. And obviously, almost 2 minutes of the 4 minutes is gone. Then the players can go and recharge and come back stronger. The Portuguese probably know that They just need to hold on to the ball for a few minutes and they can go and recharge and come out stronger. And so they're trying to be not too expensive on the game, just passing the ball around, and not really trying to progress the ball. Ronaldo, as you can see, he came right to the midfield to help build up the ball, and now he has to return to the front line. That's the athletic spirit of the great Ronaldo. Let Congo can move on. Although there's a chance, can Congo make this work? There's lots of space, and now the Portuguese have to recover now. Oh my word, that's a good one. Oh, that was a huge opportunity for the Congo, but they never took advantage of it. And then you have the supporters happy. The Congolese supporters are happy with the efforts they just saw from their players, and now they have a corner kick. Can this be the goal? We'll see. And obviously, they have the players to make this work. Another chance of a cross. Renault Fernandes would not allow the cross. And Bamba is on the floor. There is no foul play from Bruno Fernandes. And obviously, you have a few seconds more, and then we go for a break. You have the Portuguese ahead in the game, 1-0, and then you have another chance of a corner kick before the end of the first half. Is the referee going to give them the chance, or is he going to blow straight away? I think he's going to give them the chance to take the corner. Can they do it? They need to cross the ball into the box, and they did it. Oh no, that's a goal! Oh no! I am telling you something. Put the ball in the box. Put the ball in the box. Soccer is ABC. 1, 2, 3. Very straightforward. It is not that difficult. You may not be the best team, but if you can do the simple things, you can go far. And it's 1-1. Who would have expected that this first half was going to end in a tie? But as you can see, it's 1-1. The Congolese have equalized the Portuguese, and that's probably the end of the game. And then you have the Portuguese players trying to complain to the referee. That's a good goal. There is no offside. Oh my word. Why would the Portuguese allow? It's almost a replica of the first goal. When you have Yahoo Neves free in the box, unchallenged, and he was able to score. And the same thing now you have Johan Wissa free in the box, unchallenged, unable. Now, it's called the goal. Wow. Looks like both teams, they need to go back into the dressing board to learn how to defend corner kicks. or set pieces. Ronaldo is not happy. And now you probably have the end of the first half. 1-1. Portugal 1. Democratic Republic of Congo 1. It's interesting because I was in this World Cup has been full of, I wouldn't say surprises. If there's one lesson that I've learned so far in this World Cup is please never underestimate any team. Never think that this team, because they are big, because they have popular names, because they have good stars, big stars, please don't think they're going to win the game automatically. No. That's one thing I've learned in this competition so far. Surprise, surprise, everywhere. I was saying, put the ball in the box. You never know. And that's exactly what it did. Then you have the goal. I think if they keep doing the same, they have the chance to score another goal. I think the Portuguese are too smart to let that happen twice in one game. I would be very shocked if that happens again. Because if you keep conceding from such, then teams in the tournament are going to know that that's your weakness. And oh boy, they're going to exploit it. Where I believe that the Portuguese are that never allowed that to happen again. They have good coach, they have good players that they would never allow such to happen again. And obviously, let's take a look at the situation of the group now. Uh, we know I still believe that the Portuguese are going to come out of the group as the winners. That has been my prediction, and I'm going to stick with my prediction. But from what we've seen so far, they're making it difficult for themselves. But you can't judge from one game. As you can see, the ball possession is 7-9 in favor of the Portuguese. Yeah, well, we saw it. It was all about the Portuguese. They had 79% of the ball to 21% of the Congolese. The shots on goal, the Portuguese have 2. The Democratic Republic of Congo have 2. The same. Shots, they have 4 in total. That's Portugal. And the Democratic Republic of Congo have 6 in total. Wow. Okay. And then you have the fouls. Portugal has 3. The Democratic Republic of Congo have 5. Yellow cards, you have 1 for Portugal. And then you have 1 apiece for Congo as well. There is no red cards. Offside is 1 apiece. Corner kicks. Portugal have 1. Congo have 3. And saves. Portugal has 1. Congo has 0. So obviously, Congo is not doing so bad as we've been talking about, actually, because yes, the Portuguese have lots of the ball. But if you look at the rest of the statistics, Congo is not doing bad at all. incredible. When you have lots of the ball, you better make good use of it. Because if you don't make good use of it, this is what happens. The opponent gets an opportunity and they take it. Roberto Martinez now has to talk to his players on exactly what to do. They have to look for ways to break down the 5-3-2 formation of the Congolese. And obviously, when you have a compact defense like that, one of the only options to break them down is to stretch them right to left. Keep moving the ball from right to left. And the reason why you do that is when those defenders, when they shift from right to left, there's always going to be some little spaces in between the lines. And those are the spaces you can exploit and use. It is obviously, if you want to go through the middle, you can't do that because you have 3 players in the middle. Then you have 3 center backs as well. That's 6 players. And if you try to, commit lots of players into the attack, just so you can break down the defense, what if the opponent gets the ball by knock? And now you've committed lots of players into the attack. And you don't have many players at the back. You get punished for it. I know that the Congolese players, Yuan Wisa, is a very fast player. If you give him that kind of food to eat, he'll eat it. It's an opportunity for him to announce himself to the world in this tournament. Not just him, but for every player, especially players who are looking to get a huge contract to move from one club to another. The World Cup is a big opportunity and a huge opportunity for them to tell the world of what they can do. And so for players like you and Wisa, this is an exhibition to the world for them. They have the chance to tell the world exactly the kind of player they are and what they can do. It's going to be, the second half is going to be interesting because the Portuguese will try to come out more determined, more focused, wanting to fight for every game for the ball. And when they are that determined, they can be very dangerous. They're that determined is very dangerous. They can be very, very, very dangerous. And obviously, the first half is we're waiting for the arrivals of the players for the second half. The exactly what they can do. They have to go back to the drawing board, do exactly what a coach is telling them to do. Cristiano Ronaldo was not happy when that goal went in. He's obviously a very competitive person. He has a competitive spirit. So it's probably talking to them in the dressing room and telling them exactly what needs to be done. I remember many years ago, I think it was in the final of the Euros, and Ronaldo was on the sideline, trying to coach his players. It was a very funny scene to see. It was coaching from the sidelines. When you have that kind of player in your team, I mean, you know that they're going to push you to succeed in every way. That's what we've seen so far. We're still waiting for the start of the second half. Lots of conversations in the dressing room, and we'll see if the players could transmit and apply what the coaches have been telling them for the past 15 minutes. And if they can bring it to life. The Portuguese were probably not expecting the Congolese to respond that late. But that's why we call it soccer. It is never over until it is over. It is never over until it is over. And now we're probably, the players are coming back to the field. And the Portuguese players are already in the field, and they're ready to go. We're still waiting for the Congolese. The Congolese are taking their time to come back. They probably have received lots of informations and instructions from their coaches. And now is the time to show the world what you can do. It's Portugal 1, Congo 1. And then you have a substitution from the Portuguese. Yeah, Bernardo Silva, who is on yellow card. It's been taken out. And then you have Yao Conceição. You have Conceição, who is coming in to replace Bernardo Silva, Francisco Conceição. And the second half has started again. The start of the second half. We'll see exactly what they're made of. The Troy for Nuno Mendes. Yes. Oh, the referee ignored that. There's a chance for the Portuguese to progress the ball now. The Portuguese are trying to probe the defense of the Congolese. But as you can see, the Congolese are standing strong and they're sticking to their defense, their plan of the first half. So from what I can see, they're not going to make any changes to the plan that worked out well for them in the first half. And now the Congolese Wan-Bissaka has the opportunity now to progress the ball. I have to see if they can have another one. The Congolese Wan-Bissaka. Oh no. Wan-Bissaka has been trying everything possible to develop himself to be a better player. One of the reasons why Wan-Bissaka left Manchester United was because the some fans and the coach, especially Ten Hag, was not a big fan, not personal to Wan-Bissaka, but he was not a big fan of a right back who cannot play with the ball on his feet, who cannot dribble, who cannot attack. Ten Hag, and not just Ten Hag, but most modern coaches of today, they're always looking forward to a right back who could play, who could progress the ball up the field. That was that was important, and that is still important today. People have moved away from right backs who just stay, they know how to defend, but they don't know how to progress the ball high up the pitch. And Wan-Bissaka, when I think that's the reason why he left the club, and ever since then he has tried to, you know, brush up his skills of attacking. He wants to be a modern right back who could attack, who could overlap, and give his team a good opportunity in front of goal. João Wisa, oh no, I tell you what, the Portuguese, they have to be very careful in this game. The Congolese are doing everything possible to win this game. That's a good chance by João Wisa. Oh my word, is that João Wisa? We'll see again. No, that's Bakambu. Oh my. They have to be very careful. The Congolese are not here to lose. They've not come to North America to lose. Masuaku. They're throwing everything they can to the Portuguese to knock them down. And now the Portuguese have to show us the reason why they are an elite team. Pedro Neto. It's been quiet from the Portuguese. If not been able to have the what we thought, the kind of dominance that we expected, they're going to have. The Congolese have been able to try and stand up to them so far. You can probably see from Cristiano Ronaldo that he's not really happy with what he's seen. And there's a chance of a corner kick for Portugal. Can Portugal respond from the corner kick? We'll see. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, now the Congo can break. There is no player up front to do that. The Portuguese have to be very careful because if they give the Congolese another opportunity to break, that could end in disaster. It's a cross into the box. Ronaldo locking like a prey, like a predator. And Ronaldo. And no Mendes. Oh no. That's a good defended from the Congolese. And now Bakambu has an opportunity to make something out of nothing when he was not able to. And now the Portuguese are trying to play over the top of the Congolese defense. And obviously that's one of the ways you can do. You can address the tactics of the Congolese. The Congolese are not giving the Portuguese a chance in the middle of the park. So the only thing they can do is put the ball on top of the defense. That's what he can do. And obviously you have now Cancelo trying to get the ball into the puck. Bruno Fernandes. Oh no, that's a chance. And it's a goal. And it's a goal. Oh, unfortunately, it's an offside goal. Oh, it's an offside goal. It's an offside goal. Oh, wow. Let's look at it again. Oh, it's offside, I think. Yeah. Wow. Now the Congolese can breathe. There's a chance now for the Congolese. Can they do it? That's a corner kick for the Congolese. I was looking at the replay of that ball and the disqualified goal, and that will have been criminal if the Congolese had allowed that kind of goal to go into the back of the net. Unfortunately for them, that's not the case. So good for them. Now there's an opportunity for them to get their own goal now. A chance from the corner kick. Can they do it again? Not this time. Wan-Bissaka. Something is not working for the Portuguese. Something is not clicking for the Portuguese. Oh, there's a chance. Oh my. The Congolese, I thought that was an offside. I think that was an offside though. If if that ball ended up in the back of the net, I think would have been disqualified for two things. Number one, I think is an offside. Number two, there could be a foul in play. And now you have the substitution for the Congolese. Sadiki is coming in. Sadiki. Then you have Macau coming out. That looks like the president of Congo. The Portuguese. That's an heavy touch by Renato Vega. Mendes has the chance to play the game, but no, it's on the floor. And it's a quick play by the Portuguese, even though one of their players is still on the ground. I guess that's what the referee wants to do now. He wants to see the player on the ground. It's Nuno Mendes. I hope he's okay, though, because the Portuguese cannot afford to lose Nuno Mendes to injury. Then that's the offside they're trying to show now. Let's see. Ronaldo trying to see what he can do. He's obviously who's been known to score lots of goals with his head in the past. The famous goal of Cristiano Ronaldo when he was in Juventus, where he jumped so high that I think the height he jumped was probably close to 2 meters. He jumped pretty high. So when you have that kind of player who is known to have an incredible jumping power, if it's in the box, you better keep an eye on him. Cristiano Ronaldo is always dangerous from the corner kick. Diogo Costa plays for Porto in Portugal. Then you have João Neves trying to progress the ball off the pitch. Obviously, the Congolese are going to stick to this style of play. They don't care how much of the ball that the Portuguese have. They can have as much of the ball, of the possession they want, as long as it's not in a dangerous area. Who cares? And here you have the tactics of the Congolese. Can they break? Of course they can. Can they make it work? We'll get to see. That's a trolley for the Congolese. You can tell that that's exactly what we've been trying to do from the start of this game. Get the ball from deep and counter-attack. And that's a tribute to Diogo Jota. Again, the fans are still remembering a wonderful player who tragically passed away. I would not be surprised if the Congo, if they scored another goal in this game. Because the way the game is going, the Portuguese are a little too quiet for my liking. When you are an elite team, you should be able to know the different ways to address all the issues that you see on the pitch. And obviously, they've not been able to do so. They've not been able to crack the solid defense of the Congolese. The Portuguese do not have the code to crack the 5-3-2 formation of the Congolese. That's a foul. Bruno Fernandes. The Congolese are doing everything they can do so far. Obviously, there is staying solid at the back. They probably understand that they cannot afford to play an attacking football or soccer against the Portuguese. If they do, they'll get torn apart. And that's exactly why they're probably sticking to a guaranteed tactics that any team can use, which is pump the balls and stay solid at the back. And obviously, there's a chance of a cross intercepted by the Congolese. This guy, the 6'5" defender of the Congolese, I think his name is Capuadu. He plays in Poland. He was born in France. He has the birthright citizenship to play for France, but he probably was not able to play for France, and so he's playing for the Congolese, and he probably always wanted to play for the Congolese. They cross into the box, and the Congolese break has been defended solidly, and now they get the ball. Well, no, that's a foul. Well, that's a foul because the referee was very close, and so he can see exactly what is happening. And then the Portuguese are still trying to do everything. Uh, Oh, the referee says no, that's not a foul. And now the referee is probably going to blow. Can the Portu- can they do something? The Portuguese are still trying to find a way to break down. Oh, there's a chance in the box. Oh, Ronaldo could not make it happen. Cristiano could not make it happen. There was a huge chance for the Portuguese. That should be a corner kick. Oh, because uh, he's not happy. Cristiano Ronaldo. Hydration break. We're probably in the 68th minute now, and they still 1-1. One for the Portuguese and one for the Congolese. I never expected this game to go this way, and obviously that has been what I've noticed so far in this tournament. Most of the games you never know that that's how those games are going to go. 1-1 from Portugal and Congo. The Congolese are standing strong, and there are no pushover. And obviously, after this game, we're going to come back for England versus Croatia. That's going to be an interesting game as well because England always want to win. And I'm telling you, Croatia is no easy team to beat. In fact, I would say that that game is probably going to end in a tie, or Croatia is going to win. I'm going for Croatia, or it's going to be a tie. Croatia. Croatia is no joke at all. They know exactly what to do. There's still hydration break, and I think the hydration break takes probably maximum of 5 minutes. And they're back to the field. And obviously, I have to refresh my screen just to make sure that I'm back. Yeah, the game is back now. Still 1-1. And as a throw in for the Congolese. The Portuguese probably now have to begin to probe, begin to show their supporters that they're going to win, or they want to win. The stadium is full of Portuguese fans. The chance for the Portuguese. Oh no, it's a clear chance. Ronaldo, no. Oh, Cristiano Ronaldo's trying everything possible just to see if he could register his name as one of the scorers in this competition. Is that a corner kick though? Uh, Roberto Martinez. Oh, there's a little bit of frustration from Francisco Conceição. This is the time for you not to allow frustration. And lead players have to know exactly how to keep calm. Because it's easy to get frustrated when things are not going your way. And when you get frustrated, you probably would not be able to perform at your best. So Francisco Conceição probably has to calm down and try and play the game and look for how Portugal can win. This is the 5th minute, and they probably have 20 minutes more to play with the extra time, with the added time. Bakambu trying to fight for the ball, where he lost it. I haven't seen too much of Bruno Fernandes today. It's been a little quiet, maybe. Or maybe we'll see now. Oh, there's a chance, Portugal. Oh, no. Wow, that's a desperate defending from the Congolese. Oh, and now they have the chance. Can they break? Oh, wow. It was intercepted. If that ball had gone through to Bakambu, it's good night. Oh, that's a good ball. But the Congolese have lots of players in the box, so they're not going to allow the Portuguese to just tear them to pieces like that on the box. No, another chance for them. It's a corner kick for Portugal. And now the Congolese can break Bakambu. What can he do? Oh no, the Congolese. Oh my word, just look at that. The Portuguese just gave the Congolese a free zone, free way to their defense. It's almost as if they were waiting for them to shoot. Absolutely incredible. Wow. Are the Portuguese tired already? You can see the five defenders of the Congolese. They are not joking with this game at all. They're willing to do everything to secure the win in this game. To cross into the box. Can Portugal make good use of this? Oh no, that's a heavy touch. And now Wan-Bissaka on the ball. A Campbell fighting for his life. And obviously, when you have players like Bakambu who rely so much on pace and strength, it's going to be very difficult for you as a defender to try and curb them or handle them. The 78th minute of the game is Portugal 1, Congo 1. Francisco Conceição. It's a throw in to Bakambu. Just to find Wan-Bissaka. The Congolese playing so far to the instructions of their coach. It's working for them so far. And obviously, Wan-Bissaka, and that's the second ball. Yuan Wisa, oh, obviously now the Portuguese have the chance. Bernardo, oh no, it's on the floor. I don't think that's a yellow card, but you never know. That is a foul by the big man who plays in Poland. I don't think that's malicious, though. It's the referee trying to find and a malicious intent. I don't understand. Oh, okay. It's just a goal kick now. And obviously you can see the Congolese, they're not trying to play from the back. They're just, the keeper is just taking a direct goal kick. They're not trying to play fancy football. They're not trying to be Barcelona or Manchester City. No. They're just going to kick the ball and that's it. And obviously, I can see they have good fighting spirit. They're not willing to just roll on the ground for Portugal to trade on them anyhow. No. It's almost as if the Congolese are playing 5-4-1 now. Oh, well, because it looks as if Yuan Wissa is an isolated striker in front, and everybody is behind the ball. Wow. It's more of a 5-3-2, but sometimes it can actually look like 5-4-1. Oh, that's a good interception. Oh no, can they break? That's a poor ball. The Congolese get their throw. Can they make this work? I would not be surprised if the Congolese defeat Portugal. They're doing everything possible to make sure that things work out for them here. Now the Portuguese have a chance to go again. And it's not possible with Wan-Bissaka. Is that Wan-Bissaka? No. Uh, this is probably a sign of frustration from Francisco Conceição. He's too strong for Francisco Conceição. And then you have a substitution in the game. Vitinha comes out for Goncalo Ramos. Goncalo Ramos plays for Paris Saint-Germain. I remember there was this game, was it the last World Cup? That Goncalo Ramos scored 3 goals or so in a single World Cup game. The Portuguese fans are not so happy with what they've been seeing so far. When you have an incredible support like the Portuguese have had, the fans probably expect a little bit more than that from the players. More than this from the players. The Congolese, of course, are happy because they probably did not expect that this game is going to be like this. Banza. There's a substitution here. Banza is coming in. Banza is coming in for Bakambu. Bakambu all smiles. He's smiling because they know that they've done extraordinary well today. I was not expecting this to be the case, but been doing They've done incredibly well so far. And this is the 85th minute of the game. It's still 1-1. João Neves broke the deadlock in the 6th minute. And the Congolese, they equalized from Yuan Wisa at the close of the first half. The whole stadium is filled with Portuguese fans or people who are supporting Portugal. Who knows? That might have made that might have been a source of motivation for the Congolese. They don't have enough support in the stadium, and so they're willing to put in all their energy to try and do something wonderful. Is that Rafael Leo? I didn't know when Rafael Leo came in. Rafael Leo is in. The Portuguese. Here is one thing about soccer. You can see the second half has been almost 50-50. But, it's just possible for Portugal now to, who knows, they can score. And that will be the end of the game. That's with all the efforts that the Congolese have put into this game. We have a few minutes to the end of the game, and the Portuguese could score, and that could be the end. All their efforts gone. But it could also go the other way. The Congolese could score. Then it becomes a shock to the world. Congo defeated Portugal. Nelson Semedo on the yellow card. Kind of pull off. There's a chance for the Portuguese, but the Congolese keeper is up to the task. Umpasi, that's the name of the Congolese keeper. And now the Congolese have the chance to make something out of nothing here. Wow. The Congolese full of confidence. They are teasing the Portuguese. And obviously, the Portuguese are not tired yet. They're still. Oh, wow. The Congolese are standing their ground. Well, here is what the Portuguese are now trying to do. They're trying to cross the ball into the box. And that's exactly what I think they should do. And when you do that, or when you begin to do that, anything can happen. This was the exact way that the Congolese called their goal. Let's see how many minutes of the added time that is going to be added to this game. It's the 90th minute of the game. Portugal versus Congo. It's 5 minutes of added time. It's a chance to cross the ball into the box. Now it's a chance for Portugal. Can they make it? Oh, Rafael Leo still has the ball. So he has a chance to make this happen. He has the opportunity to make this work. Then we have almost 2 minutes of the added time gone. Oh no, there he's a yellow card. Wow. The Congolese are angry. They believe that's a red card. They believe that that's a red card. Because if you obstruct someone from running, oh, well, he's not the last man, so I think that probably, oh no, I see what they're talking about. Well, uh, Tomás Araujo. The Congolese are not happy, of course. But still, almost 2 minutes of play. The Congolese now probably believe that they have 1 point in the bag. They still have to stand strong for the next few seconds. The Portuguese, of course, are probably realizing by now that they'll probably have to settle for a tie in this match. Now they have to turn their attention to the next game. But it is not over until it is over. A goal can still happen in this game. Kayembe. And now it's an opportunity. Ronaldo is moving around like a predator. For this corner kick, it's a golden opportunity for Portugal. Can they make it happen? No. A keeper stood his ground. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's a misplaced pass. And now the Congolese have, are they going to have the last laugh? Yuan Wisa still going. Can he make this happen? Oh, he's probably tired. He ran too much. Congolese have been so extraordinary in this game. Why is I don't know, Francisco Constanzao is just been too emotional. Play the game, don't complain. And now that's the end of the game. Portugal won, Congo won. No one expected this to be the outcome of the game, but that is what happened. I was my predictions so far in this tournament have not been the best. I thought this was going to be a straightforward win for Portugal, but that's not the case. We've seen lots of surprises in this tournament so far, and this is another one. 1-1. Portugal won, Congo won. Thank you very much for watching. We're coming back at 3 p.m. for England versus Croatia. We're going to be here. Please come and watch the game with us, and please like and subscribe if you. That helps us to, to build. This is a new channel, so it's going to help us to build. Thank you very much. I will see you 3 p.m.